Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. My name is Kurnar and I hope you enjoyed the intro as much as I did. I had a ton of fun playing it and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. So today's video is going to be a short one because we're just going to talk about if I have made a good decision buying this guitar right here. If I regret it or what do I think about it? Well, I have to say, no, I didn't make a mistake buying this guitar because this is exactly what I wanted. It's been wonderful. It's gorgeous. It plays amazingly. It sounds great with these pickups. And I'm well past the honeymoon phase. I've had it for about 8 months now, and it does exactly what I need it to do. It inspires me to play. As soon as I grab it, I just want to play it. And it's a wonderful guitar. I truly love it, and I do not regret it, not even a bit, when I got this guitar. So let's talk about some of the things you need to check after you buy the guitar. So after a long period, after the honeymoon phase. Sometimes we just grab a guitar because it feels nice to play and it sounds great, but we overlook how the guitar looks. I think that works. So visuals is definitely something you need to pay attention to when you buy a guitar. So if you buy a guitar that sounds amazing, plays amazing, but you don't like the looks of it at all, you're probably going to like it for a couple of months, and after that you're going to say, I regret buying it, because you're not inspired to pick it up and play it. But if you have a guitar that you truly like the way it looks, you can make it feel good. You can adjust the setup. You can adjust the tone by adding pedals or just playing differently or just changing the settings on your amp. That's no issue at all, but you can't change the looks of the guitar. So I hate to say it, but visuals actually do matter when it comes to buying the guitar, at least in my opinion. In all honesty, when I first got this guitar, it wasn't about the looks. I wasn't crazy about the looks because I like the ES335 shape more, but the playability and the sound were just up there, and it's not difficult to fall in love with a guitar like this, especially if you like classic designs. I mean, yeah, the shape is a bit quirky with the 339, I still think that, but with this guitar, it just works because of the flame top, the finish on it, and again, the playability and the sound just balance the fact that it's not a 335. In fact, there was a T486, which was the size of a 335, but it didn't feel right to get that. It just felt right to get this one. The resonance of this one worked for me, and I really liked it, so I'm a big fan of this guitar now. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably not gonna like a Gibson ES339 because, again, they look quirky, but on an Eastman, on this one, it's amazing. I mean, it's the perfect guitar. Now, another thing that I find really important when it comes to buying a new guitar is to see if that guitar can actually keep a setup. So what I mean by that is you grab the guitar, you come home, you play it a bit, you set it up perfectly the way you want it to, and essentially that guitar should keep its setup perfectly for you for 6 to 8 months. Now, I'm not a luthier. I have zero knowledge when it comes to luthiery. This is just my experiences that I've had with my good guitars. So if the guitars can keep a setup, then they're worth keeping. But if after 6 to 8 months, or just give it a year, it just changes constantly and all you have to do is set up the guitar over and over again, that's not a good thing to deal with. So I would just get rid of it and just save yourself a headache. I've had this guitar for 8 months now, and the setup hasn't changed a bit. So when I first got it, I adjusted the truss rod so I can get the action down a little bit, and I adjusted the intonation, and that's it. I haven't touched the setup on this guitar at all for 8 months. Now that's a really good sign, and it just saves me a lot of time and headaches when this happens. And this is the guitar that I play the most, honestly. Get yourselves a guitar that can hold a setup. That is really important. But depending on where you live and what your conditions are, I mean, if you're traveling a lot, I would probably assume that this guitar would also change its setup, would also have bowed necks once in a while. Because yeah, it's wood. It's a living, breathing thing covered in poly or nitro in this case. But still, it changes, and I've had really good luck with this one, knock on wood. And yeah, it's perfect. Now, the last point I want to talk to you about when it comes to buying a new guitar is to really think if you need the guitar or not. I mean, I'm not your financial guide or anything like that, but if you have a Gibson ES339, let's say, and you buy an Eastman T484 just like this one, I think you're going to have a bit of a redundancy, and I personally think that's not financially responsible. But that doesn't apply to Telecasters. You can have as many Telecasters as you want and you're going to be fine. Just go buy a Telecaster right now. Just any Telecaster you want, just buy it, because Telecasters are life. Now, the context that you're going to use a guitar in is also very important. Quick story, I joined the band. It was me, the singer, and a keyboard player. That ended terribly, but that's a story for another video. Now, this guitar did not work well at all for that situation. It just sounded too full, too woolly, and it was just too big sounding, in my opinion. So what I did is I grabbed the Tele, and that was solved. But this guitar, when I play it by itself with a looper, it just fills the room and it feels wonderful to play. So this guitar is for that particular idea and that particular concept. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other situations that this guitar can shine, for example with a double bass or something like that. But again, the thing is, it has a purpose. So make sure every guitar that you buy has a purpose, because then you're gonna play it for that purpose. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video, and I hope you find it helpful a little bit. And if you didn't, I'm sorry for wasting your time. The summary is that I love this guitar, and I'm probably never going to sell it because it's just amazing. And I don't regret buying it. So if you have a guitar that you regret buying, leave it under the comment section down below and tell us what the story is. I think that would be really interesting to hear from you guys. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and leave a comment on this video if you like the things that I do, because that really helps a lot. With that out of the way, I hope you're staying safe, and I will catch you with the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.